Hey guys, I am back. Look at this new view we have. Who's loving this? Now instead of you guys being on the side, you can actually see what I'm doing right in front of you as I lift and tilt and maneuver. You should be able to see everything, even if I take it like up on the side. I'd like for you guys to be a little bit higher, so at some point I may be able to move this so that you're a little bit more raised above what we're doing. But I love this view, so I hope you guys do too. As you can see with the painting that I'm holding before me, there is already a portrait on it that I have done. It's just one that I'm not real happy with. The center part is so dark. It just ruins it for me. I like this piece along the edges. I even like this over here. But the middle is kind of ruined. So there's an artist out there that I've been watching for some time called Smart Art Materials. That is what her channel is known for, or known by. And she is a lady that lives in the Netherlands and does some beautiful work. And she came up with this technique called the kiss feather technique. And you basically take 2 cups of paint, and I've done the feather technique. That was actually my very first video. If you go back to my very first ever video, it was a kiss technique where I took a cup of blues and greens and a cup of reds and oranges and kind of kissed them together, and that turned into a very lovely triptych. This one though, this time is going to have a cup of just black and a cup that is mixed with colors. And the colors that I've chosen today are the Ready Mixed Artist Loft brand. So we have violet, we have phthalo blue, I have turquoise, and we're going to finish with the aqua green. So we're going to make a feather shape, and I think the way I'm going to run it is this way, up this way, because I kind of like this, so I don't mind this showing, but this over here is where it's kind of all very dark and muddy and then leads this way. So I think if I can somehow get the feather to not do a very hard curve, but just a little slight curve through that part, I think it'll turn out very pretty. So let's get pouring, and of course I don't want you bored, so I will speed through the pouring process and add some music for you. So hold on a moment while I get these poured. Okay, I have my 2 cups poured. Now, because I am not using anything to float this on, I am not sure how it is going to feather out. This piece, if it does turn out the way I'm hoping it will turn out, the piece will have almost a 3D effect because I'm expecting this not to flatten out perfectly. I'm expecting it to be a little raised. And if it looks as good as I'm hoping it will look, then I want to resin it, and I think the resining will make the 3D effect kind of flatten out a little bit. I saw a piece that she did that had some crazing on the sides, and once she covered it in resin, you couldn't even see it. It just looked like a beautiful piece. So that's what I'm shooting for. Again, I've never done the feather. I don't know whether this will turn out looking like a feather. I may end up having to, you know, end up painting over the whole thing or pitching it. I would hate to do that, but, you know, you just got to be brave. You just got to take your risk, go with what you have in your gut and your heart and your mind, and try and put it on canvas. And so we'll see how this turns out, guys. This is called the kiss technique because I'm going to merge both these cups and pour them as a kiss up the canvas. So let's see how it goes. I want the purple out first. So we're going to go this way. Oops. Alright, I want that drop off the canvas. This is not exactly what I was wanting it to look like. But we'll see what I can do with it. Just want a couple drops that were on the canvas to come off. Let's see if I can get this. There's 2 small drops up here. I don't think I was evenly pouring the black with the color. Alright. Kind of looks like a fat little snake right now. But let's see here. I don't think it looks that bad. I'm not real thrilled with how that piece right up here, maybe we can pull. Huh. What would happen if I was to, or should I just leave it? I'm tempted. No, alright. It's not going to work like I think it is, so let me just, I think it's pulling up here, it's allowing it to pull up here because there's more black, and my black is not the ready mixed black, it is just a black that I mixed with water and Floetrol. It is just the Artist Loft Mars Black, and so I think the black will allow it to be a little runnier, but I don't think that's how I really want it, so let me see what I can do here. There we go. All right. there's some areas that I want to I like it. I don't know. Maybe it's not for everybody. But I like it. I think I want to pull. I think I want to pull one more time. Let me try. I'm going to try and get some. I'm going to dip that in the light color. Now that's too much on top. Too much. Too much, too much. I think I need to stop right there. I'm just gonna let it dry. We'll see what happens to it. We'll just have to see. I need to stop messing with it's what I need to do, but I can't help myself. And I'm sure from the camera view you can't even see why I'm messing with what I'm messing with. But anyway, I'm going to come up and look at it through your view because I just want to see. I want to be nosy, see what you guys see. So, all right. Well, let me bring you in for a close-up view. So that's a close-up view of it, and I like it. It's not the best. I could have done better, but as I practice, I know I will get better, and I like this so much, I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to set up for another one, because there is another painting that I do need to cover. So since I don't want you to be bored watching that, I'm going to go ahead and flood that canvas, set up, and I'll be right back and we'll try another feather pour just on black. We'll have a flow of black so that the feather can actually spread out more. So let's see how we do. But for my first try, especially with this just being an additive onto a painting that I didn't like, I think it turned out really nice. And I think once we have some resin on it, it will even look better. So be right back, guys. Guys, I am back. And you guys may remember this picture. This was my rainbow zebra that I did for my friend on a very bad day for her, just to try and cheer her up. It looked beautiful during the painting session. If you guys go back and look at that video, I was very proud of this piece. However, when it dried, didn't dry so pretty. I had this black border all the way around it, and of course it dried really dark, and then when the white was in the middle, it dried brighter. I was going to keep it anyway just because of the memories that were attached to it, but then I really blew it, and I got paint on it. I was opening a brand new paint bottle, and I felt and saw it, you know, splash, but I didn't look up high enough, and it was sitting right above my drawing area here, and it basically just got the purple all over it. So I'm not real happy with the way it turned out. I did try and recreate this. I did try twice to recreate this, and I'll show you those. Let me grab them. Okay, since I had managed to get some cells on this one, I thought maybe I could do a swipe, which a swipe is where you layer on color, then you layer on either a base of white or black. You take a piece of cardboard or plastic and you just kind of swipe the black or the white over, and because it forms these cells, you should be able to see exactly this kind of stuff. Well, I think I used way too much black because this is how it turned out. And, oh Lord, what's on it? It's got something. Hold on a minute. This needs one more coat of varnish before it's done. But, I don't know if you can see the cells. Yeah, you can see the cells. It just was too dark. I just had too much black paint. But I do like it. I like how it turned out. It's really cool, especially if you look at the sides where the colors. This one's even better. I mean, look at how pretty those sides are. But it's just too dark. It turned nothing but green and orange. But I do love it. It's like snakeskin. So I varnished it once. It needs a second coat of varnish and it's done. Then this one also needs varnish. But this was just me layering the paint, stretching the paint, and then I drove the paint spatula through it a few times just to kind of mix and make these crazy colors. So it also needs to be varnished. But I love them both. They're not the same as her, but I love them both. They're still rainbow zebras to me, although this one I call snakeskin. This one's still my rainbow zebra. But that's what we're painting over today. I just thought I'd show it to you in case you wondered what exactly I didn't like and was painting over. So let me get that covered with black and we'll get started. Okay, this one's going to be interesting, guys. I left the blues in the cup that we had from the other pour, so they're going to be the last out. And then I added yellow, orange, and red. Still using the Artist Loft Premix, and I have flooded with the black paint, and I'm going to use the black paint as a kiss with the colors. Hopefully this time I'll do a little bit better job keeping the black and the colors even. So, let's give it a try, guys. Let me double check and see where you guys are. Oh yeah, you're good. All right. Let's try this again, guys. She holds hers like this. Better, maybe not better, I don't know. Let's get this little part off. Get some black on here and cover that. Alright. This is a technique that takes practice. I don't mind that this edge kind of ran over. Doesn't bother me. This in the middle kind of bothers me. This kind of bothers me. Dribbled off. Bothers me. To tilt or not to tilt? What do you think, guys? It definitely is very pretty. The colors are beautiful. I hope it dries level. There are a couple areas where I'm afraid won't, like right over here. I think it's a little bit light. Yeah, that's very light. I'm gonna add some black over here. If you go watch Smart Art Materials Feather Kiss Pour, you will see hers definitely looks more like a feather. Mine kind of looks like an acid trip. But I think this this definitely takes a lot of practice, I feel, to get this right. Because you've got to pour the black and the colors at the exact same time. You not only have to watch the cup to make sure both are coming out at the same time, but you really need to watch what you're pouring, because see down here where this happened, I ended up with, instead of one pour, I ended up with two separate streams of pour. And I think that happened up here too, and that's why this side and this side don't have the smooth flow that this side has. And that just is going to take practice of me with this technique. But personally, I love this piece. I am going to leave it just as is. I think this is going to end up being a really nice piece for somebody. It's only a 8 by 10, so it'll be very affordable. And I love how the red and the oranges are dropping over the sides here. These are going to stay up, I believe. I don't believe those are going to fall over. They could, but I doubt it. I think it's more the fact that I have an uneven table. So once I put it flat to dry in a more environment that doesn't have the slope that my table has, I love how it is reacting with the black paint. This Ready Mix paint doesn't have the ability to do cells or anything, but the black paint underneath is plain Artist Loft Mars Black mixed with Floetrol and water, and I know that will cause cells, so I believe that's what we're seeing with this little feathering that's happening here. I'm going to go ahead and flame it just to see what happens. Not anything. Alright. Which I didn't expect. This doesn't sell. I mean, this paint just doesn't do that kind of stuff. So, let me bring you down for a close-up so you can really get a good idea of what's happening out here on these sides. This part's really kind of cool. It almost looks like fire instead of feather. Who knows? Anybody have a suggestion on a name on this piece? I definitely don't feel it goes this way. I definitely feel it needs to be flipped around the other direction. But again, I'm just trying to center my paint so that they don't slide off. But let me bring you down for a close-up. Hold on. There we go. Alright, we'll start down here. But you see what I mean about what's happening? Oops, right here. You see all this? This is really cool over here too. And look at that. It's almost how acrylic ink reacts with alcohol. And there's no alcohol in here. This is just water, Floetrol, and the pouring paints. And it's all Artist Loft. But it's almost reacting like the acrylic inks react with alcohol. I love it. I think it's beautiful. But let me put you guys back up. That's it for today. I am gonna put this piece along with the other piece we made to sleep, and I'll bring you guys back when they're dry and I can show you better how they turned out. See you later, guys. Hello, guys. I just wanted to come back briefly and show you how my two feather pours turned out. They're not 100% dry because, of course, this was a lot of paint on the canvas. You can see that it has that 3D lifted appearance to it. It's got a little bit of crazing around the edges where basically it just means that the paint has cracked a little, but because there's paint underneath it, it's not really showing through that bad. And once I get this resined, you won't even be able to tell. But I think this one turned out really nice. I like it standing out against the background because, again, I always liked this side, and this up here, I just wasn't real thrilled with how black it was through the middle. But I think the positioning is very good, and like I said, once it's resined, I don't think you guys will even be able to tell. Now, we go from this one to this one over here, and woo, goodness. It definitely has crazed. You can definitely see the cracks. But I think that just makes it look that much more special. And then you can see the little fractals there. Those things are super cool. I love it. There's more crazing, of course. And more fractals. And then over on this side, More fractals. Those are kind of really cool and wispy. Can you see them? How? Those are so cool. And more fractals. So these two, I cannot wait. I am definitely going to resin both of these. This one definitely is not dry. I don't know if I can put it somewhere. Sorry guys, I'm doing this in my bedroom because it's the only place at 10:30 at night that has this much light. So, just wanted to show them to you tonight. I promised that I would get you out a New Year's pour. And this is going to be it, because tomorrow I am going to be out in my car for 20 hours. You heard me. 20 hours of driving tomorrow. But, it's what you gotta do some nights. It'll be fun with all of the drunk people. I even bought a special multicolored strobe light for my car that, as the music plays, it'll strobe light a little like light party scene on my roof of my car. But anyway, I just wanted to show you these. They are not 100% dry yet, but once they do get dry, I think my next project after the first of the year is going to be to get my resin out and get the pieces that I want to resin done so that I can show them all to you. But I don't know. It didn't turn out perfect. I definitely need to practice this technique, but honestly, I love them. I love both of them. I love the bright red one with the black background, and I love the blue with the blue background. So that's it for tonight, guys. Hope you enjoyed the pours. Again, I'm sorry for not having my third of the Christmas series up, but it's coming. It is coming. Thanks again, guys. Remember to like, comment, share my videos if you get a chance. And can't wait to see you in 2020. Bye, guys.